Hello and welcome to my tutorial on how to chivalry 2. In today's video, I will be teaching you the basics of chivalry 2. So, let us begin. So, first of all, the movement. W, W, A, S, and D is basic movement. And crouching is control, but I changed it to shift in the keybinds, which I will give a tutorial on, maybe never. So, then we have dodging. If you hold D and space, you will dodge. S, A, and space, you will dodge. And S, you will dodge. Now, if you go holdward, you will jump. Because, jumping, yippee, game with jumping. Then, basic attacks. Mouse 1, swing. Mouse 2, block. Mouse 1 and hold. Heavy attack. Scroll up, poke. Scroll down, chop. Now, and then if you press E, you will jab. If you press G, you will kick. But I have changed it to F. Jabbing is used to stop someone from swinging. It will cancel their attack, allowing you to get a secondary attack. Then if someone is blocking, when you attack them and they block, then you can press, you can kick them to stun their shield. So you are able to, again, follow up with an attack. Then, that is the basic attacks and stuff. So, more controls. I have it mouse 5 to pick up weapons.
I am out of shots.
And generally use things. Now I have keybinded mouse 4 to throwing things. No. Alright, you didn't see that. Anyways. Those are mainly the basics. Now,
nothing doing.
Normal base to the game is you can use some things in the environment are breakable, such as this door. And there are lots of weapons around a bunch of the maps. So you can pick up scrolls, like toss them at people. You can pick up cabbages, aka heads, and you can place down some items that you get around the map. Weapons can be found everywhere, like I said, and sometimes in the scenery, sometimes not. And some things in the map are interactable, such as this throne. You can sit in it. Yes, sit in throne. And there are lots more items you can just pick up, like this here turkey. Then, what you can do with said turkey, is Bobby. And it is easy just like that. Or you can pick up a cool box, such as this. And you guessed it again, Kobe. As addition to the game, you can, for easier aiming and such, you can press P to go full screen. Now, what's cool in this game is you can indeed punch people, but you still take damage when blocking. Alright, the perfect time to teach you about classes. So, let us start with the knight. Durable, very nice, and loadout provides maximum of offensive, potential, and in dashes or dodging has increased cooldown as well as lots of weapons. So the first class in the knight section is Crusader, which has the Messer, battle axe, two-handed polehammer, executioner's axe, quarterstaff. These are your general medium weapons. And your secondary is an axe, a falchion, and a morning star. And the third item would be throwing axes. Each class has their own primary weapons, mostly secondary weapons, and a unique item. And for the second class in knight is Guardian, which generally has more medium weapons to short. You have the warhammer, the axe, the falchion, and one-handed spear. As the secondaries, we have a hatchet, we have a short sword, and a mace. And the third item is a shield, or a shield. It attaches to the primary. And for the third is the officer. We have the longsword, war axe, heavy mace, pole axe, and greatsword. These are generally heavier, more longer weapons for long-ranged attacks. And then we have the secondary. We have the sword, axe, mace, and throwing knife. Then we have the footman. The footman has increased speed. It has lots of speed, lots of health, much like the knight, but slightly less. And melee support that keeps opponents at distance with impressive long shafts. Get it? Anyways, with the first class of field engineer, reviving teammates heals me 25% plus 100% bonus damage to breakables. So, like the door that I destroyed, would go faster via the engineer, and it is vulnerable in direct combat. This guy is not meant for direct combat, but it is funny to beat people to unconsciousness humanely with a shovel. Anyways, for the weapons, he has primaries, there's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a pickaxe. Secondaries are traps such as the spike trap and bear trap. And his item is a barricade, which you can place down and block things, as well as the spike trap and bear trap. So the secondary class in the footman is the man at arms. So he's generally your shorter range weapons, and he's agile, super fast. He's a balanced fighter with one-handed weapons and shields. He's 10% faster movement speed with one-handed weapons. Reduced dash cooldown by 50, and lacks single shot power. So he may hit less hard, but he is still powerful with speed. So we have the primary weapons. We have a sword, morning star, falchion, one-handed spear, and rapier. For the secondaries, we get a knife, axe, short sword, and mace. And for the item, we have a medium shield, which is not as powerful as this here heavy shield, but is still really good protection against being hit. And for the second one, we have man at arms. So man at arms, melee support, with impressively long shafts, 25% bonus sprint attack damage. So basically using your abilities, which I will explain here in a little bit. He's vulnerable to long range attacks, aka archers and throwing weapons. So his primaries: the halberd, polehammer, spear, and glaive. Secondaries are knife, hatchet, short sword, and cudgel. This item is a spike trap. So, next we have the vanguard, and the three classes for vanguard. So, the ambusher, a battlefield murderer who distracts and ambushes unaware foes with powerful specials, aka leaping strike and executioner. So instead of going down, which can happen with players, they die instantly. No chance of getting back up. So it has 50% bonus damage from behind when using their native weapons, aka these. I will get to those in a second. He's vulnerable to ranged attacks, and he is 25% bonus damage with projectile headshots. So if he hits you in the head, it'll do more damage. So we have the primaries. We have the dagger, the short sword, the guitars, the hatchet, and the grudger. Then for secondaries, we have the dagger, short sword, hatchet, and cudgel again. Then for his items, he has throwing knives, which are fast and easy to use, kind of. Then we have the Raider. Two primary weapons allow specializing against multiple classes and heavy use of throws. So, two primary weapons and vulnerable to ranged attacks, and his ability is Leaping Strike. His primaries are Dane Axe, Messer, Two-Handed Hammer, and Glaive, as well as the same but in the bottom. Then his item is a knife. Then we have the Devastator, a brute with crushing offensive power, specialized on close-quarter melee combat. Equipped with the largest weapon with no movement speed penalty, vulnerable to ranged attacks, and lacks a significant sidearm. So, his Leaping Strike, and he has, for primaries, he has the Battle Axe, the War Club, the Executioner's Axe, Great Sword, Maul, and Highlander's Sword, which is my personal favorite. And for his secondary, he has a knife. For his items, he has throwing mallets, which I will show you later. Then we have the Archer. For this one, it is the Skirmisher, hybrid melee ranged fighter that throws weapons and places traps. He has throwing weapons that are also effective in melee, 25% bonus damage with projectile headshots, and low health and stamina for melee fighting. So, he's pretty hard to use when in melee. He has Leaping Strike. His primaries are Javelin and Throwing Axe. And as you can see, I do not have anything for the Archer, or I don't have everything for the Archer unlocked, because it is hard to play Archer. You have to be mad skills to use it. Then for secondary, he has a knife, falchion, mace, and axe. For his secondary items, or third area items, he has a lighter shield, a light shield, which is it's good for blocking, but it can't take very many hits before it breaks. Then he has a bear trap, which is pretty funny. Anyways, we have the second one, which is the crossbow, anti-armor sniper that can plant a mobile shield as cover. Extra effective against footmen and knights. 25% bonus damage with projectile headshots. Reloading requires you to stand still. Focus. His ability is Focus. Zoom in to target distant foes. So, for his primary, he has the crossbow, the only primary he has. And for secondary, he has a knife, short sword, cudgel, and axe. For his item is a Pavis shield. Now, for the longbowman. Classic scout, great for peppering enemies from long range with high volume of shots. Variable draw strength, 25% bonus damage with projectile headshots. Holding the bow drawn drains stamina and reduces accuracy. His ability is Focus. For his primaries, he has the bow and warbow. For his secondary, he has the knife, short sword, cudgel, hatchet. For his item, he has a spike trap. Now to demonstrate with each class, I will be using the Crusader Knight, and I will be using the basic Messer and Axe. So,
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
basic attacks, really powerful. So, to use his power, which is a tackle, you can press F to charge. Charging will knock the opponent down, actually, or kill them, doing damage. This is also the perfect time. Never mind, I'm good. I'll take it back. I died. So that's basically the knife class. You can tackle when it's good. It's a true bruiser who combines crushing power with great armor. Then with the Guardian. Wall of iron and steel, this behemoth excels at holding the line. His ability is tackle, which I demonstrated. And he's basically the same, except that he has a shield. Seasoned veteran with equipment that can speed and power. And his ability is tackle, which we've, already seen. So, then we have the footman. I will demonstrate with the poleman. I will be using a halberd, a pole hammer, and a hatchet. Rats. Hang on, first I have to demonstrate his third area item. Alright, so I will teach you some of the keybinds. So, 1 is to pull out primary, 2 is to pull out secondary, 3 is to pull out third area. The third area can be used as a normal weapon, but it doesn't do all that much damage. And you get a couple of them, so you can just toss them. You can just kind of toss them at people, and you can re-pick them back up, put them in your slot, or you can come in with your ammo resupply and get your stuff back.
It won't work.
AKA your hatchets back. Granted, you can probably see by now I'm not very good at using Archer because I'm inaccurate as head boy. So that is the knight and all of his abilities and stuff. And then I can show you throwing knives, which are generally faster. And we die fast. Dang. I wish these guys would attack more sooner. Kill me, boy. Kill me, boy.
The leader needs only 10 more!
Now, it is time to demonstrate throwing knife. Press 3 to pull out throwing knife. Then, the throwing knife, you can use with your secondary, and it's pretty cool, I suppose. And that, so that's basically the hatchet and stuff. And so I will show you placing items with the engineer. Placed items, I will demonstrate once I die. Look, I was humanely knocked unconscious, not killed. Definitely. See? Their heads just turn into cabbages. Anyways, so placing items, you press 3, and it comes out highlighted, and you just place that bad boy down. Generally, it comes with multiple, but it is what it is. Uh-oh, game's about to end. You can just place stuff down like that. Touch your place items. I already taught you all the things. Throwing mallet is basically, throwing mallet. You throw them, they're like hatchets. You can beat people with them. And them's the basics of the game. Wait, I forgot to tell you the chat thing. So you can press Z to pull these up for general commands, and then these are to interact with people.
Your mom is known as the Queen of Sheaths. She handles so many swords.
Victory!
See ya. Anyways, the basics of Chivalry 2. See you later, gamers.